Hey, welcome to another episode of a D3 Mini. This is Miguel, and I am here at the wonderful Pinpoint in, what is this, Block Street?
Block Street, 23 North Block Street.
Most of you may know it as Nightmare on Block Street, which is really big during Halloween, and I am sitting here with the owner, entrepreneur, podcaster, filmmaker,
inventor, let's see, world traveler. Yeah, I mean, you name
the
it.
Creative mind.
The creative mind behind Nightmare on Block Street. Yeah, I mean, this is my brainchild. It's my weird one time a year that I get to just do whatever I rip out of this weird noodle that's stuck inside my skull and entertain a lot of people with it.
That's awesome, man. I've been coming here. Well, like you said, usually it's during Halloween because all my friends want to go out, and so we have to wait outside in the line to try to get in here and capture.
It's the only time of year we have lines, believe it or not. And everybody goes, Pinpoint's always so busy, and it's like, have you only ever been here for Halloween? But it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, like everything here, I feel it's awesome. I mean, if you look at this is just one of the booths that he has here, but it's decorated. Everything here looks like a movie. There's moving clowns over there that scared me when I was bringing some of the equipment in.
There's 11 different themed zones. A lot of people come down here and they go, oh, neat decorations. And, we don't think of these as decorations. There's no fake spider web. There's no, bats hanging on the wall. This is very much installation art. There's all these different scenes. You think about it like set building. We plan these things out all year round. Like what we're sitting in here right now is our Lost Souls booth. And this is actually a preview of a pop-up we do in April called Lost Souls, which is like, ghost pirates and under the sea and tropical drinks and all that kind of stuff. But, across from us, we've got an Alien booth because Alien Romulus just came out. You got Harry Potter. You got Stranger Things. I mean, there's so really much to see here. It's you can come multiple times and still not see it all.
Yeah, I like sitting on that big long couch over there.
Oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre's over there this year. And we change it up. Last year, that whole area was a mummy's tomb. And a lot of people will walk down the stairs from last year or previous year, and they'll be like, oh, you got to see the... And then they go, wait a minute. It's different. Everything's different. And they get blown away all over again.
Yeah. Our first, we were going to come here and originally do it in front of your Beetlejuice set over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is real nice, man.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's been taking pictures of Beetlejuice. Obviously, the new movie came out, so we said we had to do a Beetlejuice area. We've got Bob. We've got the Maitlands. We've got Beetlejuice. And, we got a big sandworm coming out of the ceiling. And, just no detail left behind.
That's awesome. So I guess we can start with, I guess we're already started, but this is a good question. What brought on Halloween onto Pinpoint?
Oh, wow. So Halloween has been a thing since I was in diapers. I've been a big Halloween nut since I was a kid. It was one of those holidays that me and my mom really bonded over, making my own costumes. And then as I got older, we became home haunters, which is, if you've never heard that term, that's when it's that house on the street where everybody decorates, and now it's becoming a lot more prevalent, because Home Depot's got 12-foot skeletons. It used to not be able to go to the store. You had to buy all the stuff or make all the stuff. But now, that evolved into me helping do haunted houses when I was like a teenager. And then as I got into college, I was a DJ and a club promoter. So I was doing Halloween parties. And then it's just been this evolution to once I opened up Pinpoint in 2018, I did a Halloween party here. And I was like, you know what? Why not just keep it going? Let's stretch this thing out to a month because, 6 or 7 years ago when I had the idea for this, people celebrate Christmas before Thanksgiving, and I'm like, well, spooky season is arguably cooler than Christmas.
I definitely like spooky season better than Christmas.
Right? Can I get a, yep, that's right. But, why is it that we confine spooky season to the week of Halloween? Why can't it start in September? Yeah. And so Nightmare on Block Street was an evolution of that thought process where we said, you know what, let's take a chance. The last week in September, let's launch this thing. Let's make it a month long. Let's go all out. Let's take everything that I've learned and all this junk that I've accumulated over my entire life, and let's turn it into something special.
Were you before this? Were you the party house to go to for Halloween?
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, my whole thing was, when we were younger, we would have like get-togethers at my house. Obviously, wasn't one of those kind of parties. But I wanted to, you grow up watching these 80s horror movies and these 90s horror movies, and there's always the scene that's the house party or the party at the school. Everything's decorated, everybody's in costume, everything looks so cool, and you're like, man, I want to go to that.
Yeah.
And then as you get older, you look for it. You're like, it doesn't exist. And then you have this sort of realization where, oh, that's because it's in the movies and a set designer like made that party and a costume designer made all these costumes. So those parties were not really a thing. And then I said, well, maybe it's just because I'm not old enough. Once I'm in high school, those high school parties will be it. Nope, they weren't there.
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm old enough to get to college, they'll be there. Maybe once I'm old enough to get into a bar, it'll be the bars. And I found out that those don't exist. So I had to be the guy that did it.
Yeah, no, that is awesome, and that's exactly how I felt when I walked down those steps for the first time, like it's finally here, and like besides like Universal Studios or something, when you go there and it's still just a ride, so you're walking through it. You don't really get to like sit there and experience
and
it,
be immersed in it.
Yeah.
Funny story. A good friend of mine used to work for Universal Studios in Halloween Horror Nights, he moved up here not too long ago. And how we met is he came for a Nightmare on Block Street. I think it was last year. And he was like, I need to meet the guy that did all this. I wanna find him. So my staff was like, oh, he's over there. This guy, he comes up to me. He's like, man, I just want to tell you, this is incredible. And he's wearing his Halloween Horror Nights jacket. And I go, dude, where'd you get that jacket? And he goes, well, I used to work on the set design team of Halloween Horror Nights in Universal Studios. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. And he goes, dude, this is incredible. He's like, how long does it take you to do? And I go, well, we have a 4-day window of installation, but we plan all year round. He's like, how many people are on your team? And I'm like, well, like 4. And he goes, dude, we have budgets of almost in the millions of dollars, teams of 40, and you're making us look bad. And it was one of the best compliments I've gotten because, they're up here.
Yeah,
and we're just this place in Arkansas.
Yeah, like they got like an unlimited budget, pretty much.
Yeah, and they're envious of what we're doing.
Yeah, that's way awesome. Like I said, like that's exactly how I felt. I finally fell into one of those parties.
Yeah.
And that's exactly. I guess you nailed it right on the head. Yeah, and speaking of, do you bring on a special menu when you do the Halloween? I know you have the drinks.
Our menu is we've got 2 of our ceramic collectible Halloween mugs. This drink, or we're drinking water right now because it's still pretty early in the day. But the drink that goes in this, it's called Gimme Those Deets, and this one is the You'll Float 2, and obviously references to the respected movies. But we've got a whole menu of all Halloween themed drinks. Some come in cauldrons, some come in cups that glow in the dark. They're and the whole from everything that you look at, everything that you taste, everything that you smell is Halloween themed. Even all of our pinball machines are Halloween pinball machines. So we take all of our games out that we normally have and we bring only spooky games in.
I did not notice that.
So yeah, it's like there is nothing that we haven't like touched with the spooky.
Oh man. What does this bar look like when it's not fully decorated and spooky?
Yeah, so, that's an interesting question because we get that a lot from our guests that come down because we get so much attention. I mean, we went viral on TikTok this year, or we got written up in Food and Wine, which is a national magazine talking about our pop-up. So people come specifically for this, but they don't always visit us through the rest of the year. We are open all year round. And, we're a very cocktail-focused, loungy bar that has pinball as well. And, think it's a cocktail destination. It's where grown-ups come to sit, just like we're doing in this comfy booth, like cool lighting, great drinks. But one of the interesting things about our Christmas and Nightmare on Block Street is it gets so much attention that people think that this place isn't a bar when it's not decorated. And it is. We're a great bar, and this event has gotten so big that now we're really not even trying to find ways to get more people in for the holidays. We're trying to find ways to get people to remember that we're still open when it's not the holidays. Once we finish with Halloween, we'll roll this into Christmas, which starts November 15th. It'll go to January 1st. Then we're down for a little bit of recovery and reset, and then we're back open for regular business January 9th, and then we'll be rolling until next year.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the first time I did come into this bar, and not the Nightmare on Christmas, it was Pinpoint. But I think you guys had just opened, and my friends
That
were
was in
like,
2018, sir. You need to come out a little bit more often. Yeah.
"Oh, I'll move to Rogers, so it's hard for me to get."
Oh, that other planet that's 20 minutes down the road. Got it.
All the way down there, man. That's like a $60 Uber. You know?
It is, so that's a good point. The Uber is a real thing, especially during surge pricing hours. Ooh.
Yeah, but no. I mean, I remember coming down here and loving it, and then I mean, my friends were coming here for a while, but yeah, I guess you're right. The Nightmare just kind of shadowed.
It's a gravity well. People just come, and it's a blessing. Obviously, we get so much business, we get so much accolade, we get so much praise, but then it can kind of be a curse too, because when you're up here, then when you're not, people just kind of forget about you, or they want you to sustain this. They're like, what's the next this?
Yeah.
And obviously, this is a huge production. I mean, our budget for this every year is about $50,000. There's a lot of things that have to be purchased. These cups, these things, T-shirts, merchandise, lighting, all this kind of stuff.
I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a ghoulish hologram right here on this table.
Yeah, the Lost Souls ghost. And all of this stuff has a cost to it, and so it's not just as easy as going, "Oh, you should do another, do all of this for Valentine's Day." And it's like, well, that's a lot of work, so we'd have to find a way to make it be able to stretch for as long as a month and make sense, because this is too much work to do for a night, right?
Yeah.
And so that's where Lost Souls was born. Was like, let's find a way to do another immersive pop-up, because that's what we're really known for. But I would just run out of gas if I had to do another back to back to back, because Halloween and Christmas are literally back to back now. So we spread this one out into April just so I can have a moment of sanity.
All right, and you said that was going to be pirate themed?
Yeah, so like this booth here, and the sign above us, Lost Souls Tavern. The story is, it is a place where all the souls that have been lost at sea come to drink. It's a bar underneath the waves, and so think tropical beverages, lots of rum, lots of cool mugs, and spooky seafaring beings and creatures from the deep, and that will be coming up in April.
Now, I know this is not up to you really, but I mean, are you wanting people to dress up for that?
Oh, yeah. Dress up all the time. It doesn't even have to be Halloween. Dress up in September. Dress up in July. Wear a cape. Be yourself. I love it when we give people a reason to dress up. And I'm starting to see year after year as we do Nightmare and people get used to it being a thing and a routine in their year, is they're starting to come in costume earlier. The first week we opened, there was people in costume. Obviously, this next weekend, everybody's going to be in costume. But yeah, come in, be spooky, be yourself. Let it show.
That's awesome, man. Now, we talked about the bar and how much you got going on there. Mm-hmm. So what do you do besides Pinpoint?
Oh man, I do a lot of stuff. I'm on the board of the Downtown Fayetteville Coalition, which is a city organization that we represent all of downtown. I kind of am the voice of bars and restaurants, kind of the hospitality sector. So a lot of boring city stuff, but trying to make our downtown a better place. I kind of champion for the living rights and wage rights of some of our quote unquote working class. I don't really like that word, but everybody knows what it means. Because downtowns are really built on the hospitality and service workers, and they're sometimes some of the first to be ignored when somewhere gets popular and rent goes up to $1,000 a bedroom, and that's absurd. But I'm out there championing for that. On a lighter note, I also host a podcast, much like this one, that I've been doing for almost 20 years, and it's called the Drive-In Speaker Box. It's all about movies. So this month, of course, we're talking a lot about horror movies, but it's available wherever it is you download podcasts. And also we live stream it every week, Monday night, 8 o'clock on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube.
Oh, wow. Live streaming. Do you have a fancy setup?
I have a whole studio.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's an all studio. So we just come in, flick on the lights. I got a set built. It's a 3-camera setup. We got 3 mics, and it just booms right there. Ready to go. I'm
gonna talk to Irvin and ask why we don't have. Well, I guess we kind of do have a studio, but we don't have a video studio.
Oh, somebody's calling us.
Hello?
hold for phone. And I know what it's going to be is like, are you guys open? Are you guys 21? Okay, can I bring my kid in here? How does the pinball work? Does it cost money to see the Halloween decorations? Are you guys all spooky? Can I make a table reservation? Did I leave my card there last night? Yeah.
And no, you can't make it to a reservation, right?
Cannot.
That is
First
okay.
come, first serve. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And you also said discovery in film. Now that interests me. And obviously, I mean, I can see the detail to things, you know?
Yes,
like,
lighting is everything.
Lighting is everything.
Yeah, I used to, before I got into the bar business, I worked in the film industry. And I had this weird epiphany in my late 20s, early 30s, where I was like, a desk job's going to kill me. I can't do it. Yeah. I can't sit at a desk and stare at a computer screen. I can't. I got to be on my feet. I got to be doing something new.
That's kind of how I felt.
Yeah, man.
I even got offers to like work for like a production. I'm not gonna say the company's name, but in a building, and I was just looking at those walls being cinder block, and I'm like, dude,
no, it's a prison.
Yeah, exactly.
So I had a prison with health benefits, which is something that you don't get when you start hustling and working for yourself. But yeah, I had this weird period in my life where I just started saying yes to a whole lot of projects, and then it landed me on a film set. And apparently I was very, very good at it. I have an ear for sound. I was an audio engineer and boom operator and field mixer for a long time. And then because I have the gift of gab, I was able to navigate my way in a field producer role. And so I was a field producer for Discovery Channel for a while, did a lot of reality television, worked on a lot of movies, and saved up a lot of money and did this. Pinpoint was kind of the byproduct of, you work in film for so long and it's great, but the problem with film is the hours are even more chaotic than bar hours. Yeah. And you never know where you're going to go, and you're living out of a suitcase, and you'll be 3 weeks on, 1 month off, 1 week or 1 month off, 4 months off. Like it's crazy. You never know where your paycheck's coming from. And I just wanted to do something different.
I guess I'm in your former role. Yeah, because
I miss it a lot. Trust me.
I'm loving it now, but I don't know. I guess I'm lucky having no kids and being single. That
you
I can
have to have
just
that.
go. Yeah, can you go for 2 weeks? I'm there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep. You have to very much be able to not have any ties to stuff, and you can just walk away and you can't have pets at home, you can't have kids at home, you can't have a significant other at home because you're going to be away from them. You don't know how long, you don't know when you're going to get off work. They're like, hey honey, can you call me when you get off work? And you're like, I don't know when that is. What do you mean you don't know when that is? I literally, when the AD tells me, like, I can leave. So yeah.
And so have you ever done like a scary movie?
A horror movie?
Yeah.
I've worked on a couple of weird horror movies, and they're fun. They're strange because you're always shooting at night, so it's a lot of late hours, and everybody's covered in blood and dressed weird, and you're in spooky houses, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah, man. And speaking of spooky houses, I know you mentioned it on our last podcast. The last time you visited the District 3 podcast, but actually we weren't here. We were over there, but. You talked about this place being haunted.
It is, now you're here. Can you feel it? Is that your hair standing up on your arm? Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Well, so we do have a ghost. His name is Cecil, and he lives over there. Off camera, over by the ice machine. Actually, he is a guy that died in this building in the early 90s, and he has been haunting ever since. We'll hear bottles will rattle. You'll hear footsteps because like the floors are really thin and nobody's upstairs past 3 a.m., but you'll sometimes hear footsteps. If you set anything like leaned against the wall, if it's like a broom or a mop or anything, it will not, over in his little area, it will always fall down. Like always fall down. Like just, like take the straw. You just try to prop it up. No, it's just...
Well, see, now he's holding it
Boom. Up. See? But if you prop anything up, that's what happens. It just falls. And he's been in here. He's cool, though. I feel like he's most active when the bar is the messiest because he used to be like a cleaning guy from what I've been told. And I think he just doesn't like it when it's messy. So as long as it's clean, then we should be good. We should be good. And he's chill. But his name is Cecil.
Cecil.
Yeah.
Cecil.
Cecil. And there's probably other spirits in here that we don't know about because this building's over 108 years old.
Yeah, man. The walls are real authentic over here.
Oh, yeah. That's some ancient brick right there.
Well, Bo, thank you again for joining us here on this D3 Mini.
My pleasure.
We'll hope to have you many more times.
Oh, yeah. Anytime.
Yeah. And again, everyone, that was the King of Halloween. Cheers.
Cheers. Then we garnish the skeleton arm and Nightmare on Block Street umbrella.
Bo, thank you for having us, and go Dodgers.